you're doing, guys. I'm a bit better. I'm back. Have you missed me? Right. Let's get started on this and then I'll go over everything that's happened. What am I working on? I am working on this, which is Under the Stairs by Humany Art. It is a square and it is 70 by 96. I have done my first row. I'm on the second row. So we need to start a new section. I am using my Timu Cheapo tray because we're loving the step. I'm using this soft grit pen, which is from Kitten Up Kitten, but I don't think she's got any on there at the moment. I actually thought I didn't have, because I had a couple and they sort of weren't working too well. So, but I found this when I was packing, and I'm using inside. I have my Art Dot, excuse the state of it, putty. So let's get cracking and sort out how big. I'm not going to do a big section. Now, I've only actually been doing diamond painting. I'm filming this on Wednesday. I did my first lot of diamond painting in like 3 weeks on Sunday night. And I keep saying I was going to film it, but then couldn't be bothered. I was just enjoying diamond painting, guys. Just enjoying that. So, where do we start? Where do we start? She'll do that little V because I think there's only one. So I hope you are all well. Once again, I need to put some putty in that single placer because I don't really use them, to be fair. This is very dark at the minute. Like, it just feels like I'm doing very dark bits. So, I'm moved. I'm in, if you'd have seen on the Facebook group, I did put a post up showing you the mayhem. It's still like that. Well, it's not that as bad, but I've still got lots to sort out. But slowly, as they say. I've got a lot of diamond painting stuff to sort out. And it's not even just, guys, I've got so much crap. Let's be honest. Like, does anybody need 6 million trays? Yes, was my answer when my son asked me that question. I need every single one of my trays that I have. Now, I am going to be attempting to kit up with trays. So I've seen quite a few people do it. And theoretically, it makes sense because it means you're not emptying and pouring in and out of pots. Oh, look, I missed a whole bunch there. And all that jazz. So I am going to attempt to do that on a smaller painting. Not on such a big one in case I absolutely hate it. So, yes, I do need 6 million trays because, number one, they look really pretty on my shelf. And number two, I just need them. There is no, like, some people collect shoes. Some people collect trainers. Some people collect little ornaments. I collect diamond painting trays. And if you got a problem with that, they call that tough. It's me. It's me. So, what has been happening? I am pretty sure last time I spoke to you guys, the whole chemotherapy side of things had been stopped because my body was not handling it. I have a blood clot on this arm, quite a big one apparently, 4 centimetres. I also have some swellings going on where the chemo caused some soft tissue damage. Yeah, quite a few bits are going. So they've stopped it. Didn't want to do anything else for a bit because basically they were saying that my body wasn't handling things, and they wanted to let my body have a bit of recovery time so that I'd be a bit stronger. Over the course of 5 weeks, I lost a stone in weight. Now, anybody that knows me, I'm only a little thing anyway. So to lose a stone was a lot. As of last Thursday, I've put on 2 pounds. So whoop whoop, we celebrate the little things in life these days. So that was good. I also got the results of my gene test, because the cancer that I've got, pleomorphic carcinoma it's called, anybody is interested, is a genetic cancer, and I had to get tested to see if my children then were at risk. However, I don't carry the specific gene, so who knows why I got it, but I did. I think at the end of this month I have to have a brain MRI, because I'm getting quite a few headaches. We don't know. I personally think it's the sinuses, because where my immune system was low, I've been suffering terribly with hay fever. Never had it in my life before, but you know, the gift that keeps on giving and all that. So, and then on the 23rd of July, I am starting immunotherapy. Now, with the cancer that I've got, in the case studies that they've been researching, this cancer's quite resilient to chemo, but there has been a good result with immunotherapy. So they're going to start it once every 6 weeks. I have to have that, which is similar to chemo, as in I have to go in and have an infusion. Lasts about 1.5 to 2 hours, they said. They're going to do it once every 6 weeks, just to make sure that, like to see how my body is going to react to it. And then if all is good, it will go to once every 3 weeks. And I've got to do that for approximately a year, 12 months. So, yeah, from speaking to other people and speaking to the oncologists, the immunotherapy isn't as harsh on your body as chemo, because when she said we're not going to start the chemo again, I've got to say there was a few tears, because I have never felt so ill in all my life. Like, I'd rather have the surgery again. That is how harsh this chemo was on my body. So, yeah. So that is what's going on, health-wise. It's all very, at the moment, I'm just enjoying the break from having any treatments. Like I said, I've got a couple of scans coming up, but apart from that, it's just nice to just be not normal, because let's be honest, even before this cancer stuff, I don't think anybody could accuse me of being anything resembling normal. But it's nice to, I've got a little bit of time to try and finish off the house. I did have my son here for 5-6 weeks, I think, in total. They basically did the move. So, wasn't allowed to lift anything. I just had to sit there and look pretty. It's quite easy for me, you know. But he's now gone home so he can get back to work and do what he's got to do. But like I said, I am extremely glad that no more chemo is happening. Because, guys, that's harsh, man. If any of you have been through it, my hats go off to you, because I literally could not cope. But obviously, if they said, well, you have to, because it's going to save your life and all that jazz, then I'd have to do it again. But, oh, mate, I won't wish it on my worst enemy, you know. It was no joke, that's for sure. There's not one part of me that would ever want that again. So, I'm kind of glad that it's, when she said it, because that was my fear. I sort of was starting to feel better, and then it's like the day of the oncology appointment, it was very much like, oh, my anxiety was going up, and it was literally because I had these visions of her saying, okay, well, we're going to start the chemo again next week. And just the thought of that may happen was, yeah, it wasn't good. So that is what's happening health-wise. As always, I've got to thank everybody that has been messaging and emailing and sending your best wishes and speedy recoveries and prayers and everything else, because you guys truly are amazing. There are a couple of people, well, I'm not going to call their names, but you know who you are, who have been absolutely amazing, both in the whole cancer journey, but also this whole house move, because I'm not going to lie, guys, there's been some rocky times. And I think a lot of it is to do with, I'm a get up and get it done kind of girl, you know, and to not be able to do a lot of things has been so frustrating for me. And it was quite overwhelming, like the first few days where nothing had a place, everything was all over the place. I was trying to live out of bags, and yeah, I had a few moments where I nearly lost the plot, and then there are a few people that have really stepped up and made sure I've behaved myself, you know. So, you know who you guys are. I'm not going to call out names. But But yeah, it's been hard work. Like I said, I haven't diamond painted for 3 weeks. I think the last, well, up until Sunday just gone, so a couple of days ago, I hadn't done any diamond painting. The last diamond painting I'd done was the parade, which, as you would have seen from the kitting down, I finished that weeks ago. But yeah, Annalie is back at college. Well, I say back at college, I think she goes in today. She's got a trip tomorrow. I think they're going Alton Towers or something like that. And then she's finished till September, which is good. So, and her getting to college from the new place is a lot easier. It's sort of, she's still got just one bus. However, it's 40 minutes instead of an hour and a half. So, but I am liking my new home. Like I said, I've come to a smaller place, so it's finding a place to put everything. But slowly, I'm not stressing myself out. I can now diamond paint. And it was quite funny because before I even moved in here, I had had the table set up. It was one of the first things that we bought here. Like the week before, because when you guys watched the kitting down of Parade, I filmed that, and then I got this one out ready to sort of get started on it. I literally got it out the box, put it on the table, got the release papers out, phone rang, and it was like the housing saying, yeah, you can pick your keys up tomorrow. So I thought, there's no way that I could be diamond painting while I need to be packing. So I put it back in the box, rolled it up, put it back, because I didn't want, like, I knew I wouldn't have time to do it, because then it was like, right, we need to get packed. So we came the following day, had a look at it, and then I think we had like 10 days where, before I had to hand the keys back for the old place. So it was a mad. And then what we were doing is we were packing a load of stuff up and bringing it here in the car, so that a lot of the little stuff was moved before the actual moving date. So it made it easier on the actual day of moving. But it went swimmingly. My neighbours helped, couple of friends helped, and it was as easy as it could be. It wasn't easy, guys, because I just wanted to lose my shit all the time, because it's actually, as much as people think, oh, well, you didn't have to do a lot, you take it easy. I'm not that person. So when people are saying, oh, take it easy, you'll be all right, you know, just do what you can, I couldn't do anything because I had no strength. So I think there's only 2 of them. So that is not me. So it's actually, it was quite frustrating for me to just sort of sit back and let everybody else do the work. Like I said, it's not me. I'm not that person that can just sit back and say, yeah, they do it. That is just not me. So it was quite frustrating. And then obviously we moved in. We actually moved in on we had the van on the Saturday, and then on the Sunday we had to go back to the old place just to sort of get last few minute bits and make sure there was nothing forgotten, and we did a tip one because there was loads of rubbish that I didn't want to bring back, and yeah, but we're here now. Was it hard work? Absolutely. Everybody involved that helped out literally worked their butts off, but we're here now, and yeah, I've just got to finish unpacking. It's hard work moving, guys, you know. And the amount of crap that I've got that it's like I said, right, I'm going to go through all my storage and get rid of some, and I can't do it, guys. I can't do it. It's just not possible. So at the moment, I haven't put all of my diamond painting stuff away. Just finding a place to put all my diamond art clubs was tricky enough. They're actually in my bedroom. And before, when, I don't even know if I explained it to you guys, but basically, because the place is a lot smaller, we were going to not have a front room, and Annalie was going to have the front room. And we were going to have the settee in here as well. However, when we actually came and got in here to look properly inside, what was going to be my craft room was big enough for Annalie. So she chose that she actually wanted, I've got some wax in here. She chose that she actually wanted the little room. So I haven't got a craft room, much to my disgust. I did try really hard to persuade her, but she was having none of it. So the week before we moved, it was a case of because her bedroom's not tiny, like she's got a double bed, guys, and she's got a big double bed. It's like, because it's an Ottoman bed, it's like 7 foot. So she's got, because her bed just sort of fits in the end of the room, we had to decorate and do her flooring and all that before we put the bed in. So that week before we officially moved was spent, she painted it. I say she painted it. She started to paint it, and then she wanted to paint it. She's got like a forest green in there. So she painted it, and then halfway through the first coat, I think the idea was better than the actual practical. So Bradley then finished it. Then we got some of, I don't know if you guys have seen them, but they've been all over TikTok. They're like vinyl floor tiles, but they look like wooden flooring, like laminate flooring. So we got her that, so that was put down. So the day we moved, she could literally go straight into her room. Like that night, be it that we didn't finish moving everything till like 9 o'clock at night, my Brad just went in there and straight away just put her bed together. So she could go in there, and then my bed was in the middle of my room, not even a joke. So I could go in there, and Brad was in the front room. So that first night, it was like, right, let's just find a takeaway, get something to eat, because we were all starving at that point. And we just all flaked. But it was an experience, guys. That's all I can say. And I have to say, I never want to move again. I am going to be here till the end of time. because moving is one of the most stressful things. You know, the amount of money it costs, the stress of it all. Like, when I said to my oncologist, oh, I'm moving at the weekend, she was like, no, you're not. Like, they were really against anything. But my son promised that he wouldn't let me do anything that I shouldn't. And by God, even my neighbours, it was like, don't lift that. Oh, it's a broom. It's a bloody broom. I can lift that. I'm not even joking. That's what I was saying. And then when it got too much, I just went for a little walk. Little walk round the corner. So, well, I'm going to take a quick break, guys. But I shall be back in a blink of an eye. Right, I'm back. It's a good job I stopped. Call it intuition, whatever. That boy was trying to escape. He's... The front door, if you don't pull it up enough, it doesn't catch. And he jumps up and bloody tries to open the door. But we saved him. We did save him, guys. I do need to go down to the post office. Might take a little walk. Like, I've moved here and the only shop is a little corner shop which has a post office inside. And I've done some of the orders. I do apologise that you've had to wait a bit for your orders, but there, it's all good now. I'm caught up. I think I've got one more order to do, which came in the other day, and that will be done tomorrow. I've got to... I tell you what, this heat though, this heat's killing me. And I did have the fan on. Here in the UK, we are having a somewhat of a heat wave going on. And it ain't no joke. And my back garden, which is quite a large garden, gets the heat all day. Like, it doesn't, the sun doesn't disappear in the slightest. It is there constantly. So, in all fairness, apart from putting clothes out in the line, we haven't actually spent much time out there. Spent some time on Sunday, an hour or so, because my boy's son popped up with his mum, and we were sitting out there, but it's the heat is too much at the minute. It is way too much. Like, it's not healthy to be sitting out there in that. So we haven't spent a huge time out there. Obviously, Annalie is very much, Mum, can we get a swimming pool? Now, we've had a garden. We had a garden in the old house. But it wasn't as big as this one. This one, I'd say, is easily 2-3 times the size of it, at least. My poor bud last week, he got a shed, and simply because there's nowhere to put nothing, guys, absolutely nowhere, because my house, like I said, isn't as big as previous. So we've got the shed so that we can get a lot of stuff in there. That is not sorted out, guys. The shed is just everything in bags been put in there. That's about the best you're getting. So I can hear that voice, not always behind me on the floor snoring. But he was out there building the shed, then doing the flooring in the shed in that immense heat. But I think, like I kept saying to him, Brad, leave it. Because even the evenings aren't getting cool here at the minute. I said, leave it, Brad, because it's not healthy to be in the sun all that time. And it's a metal shed. So you can imagine, inside the shed is like a sauna. He was like, no, Mum, you're getting annoyed at all the boxes. And until we've got somewhere to put the boxes... I think also because I was just getting frustrated with everything. He felt it was safer out there. Bless him. Bless his little cotton socks. But he's been like, he's been a godsend. Like I couldn't have done this whole move without him. So I am thankful for that. And like I said, I've had friends come round to help. I've had people sending gifts and all that. And you guys on my buy me a coffee and all what you've done to help. I am truly, truly appreciate every single one of you. So... And we got here, oh my gosh, the garden literally was like 3 foot high. So, before he could even start the shed, he had to clear the garden, which took, I think in total 2 days to do it properly. So, because... although the housing had said, right, here's the phone number, phone them when you're ready and they will come and sort it. And it was just where it had growth of the grass and whatnot, so it wasn't like it was full of crap. It was literally just the grass and stuff. So, but when I phoned them, they couldn't get here for like 4 weeks. And it's like, well, I haven't got 4 weeks. Considering that you guys said that it was going to be done before I moved in. So, but it's done now. He's put up shelves, he's built beds and furniture, and I think he was ready to go home just for a rest. But yeah, so now it's just little bits and pieces. Oh, I missed one of them. Now it's little bits and pieces. Just sort of the last little sorting out, which in all fairness is a lot of my stuff. My diamond painting stuff. And I'm the only one that can do that anyway. So, with that, guys, I'm going to go because I can't sit here for too long. My back is still... The chemo kind of put my whole surgery recovery back a bit. But I'm going to go. I will be back soon. You'll be seeing this Wednesday, and I will... Friday, you've got a unboxing because... I have 2 unboxings. The one you see on Friday, I've had it about 2 months. I just haven't been up to videoing an unboxing. And then there's another one, which will come up the following Friday. That was actually delivered to me the day before I moved. So, yeah, you'll hear all about it in the video. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for your continued support throughout everything that I've been going through and doing and getting up to and all that jazz. But I will see you very soon. But you know the drill. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to get notified, hit the little bell and you'll hear ding every time I upload a video. But for now, guys, be happy, be good to yourself, and I will see you all soon. Bye.